What does House Bill 3084 in Oklahoma have to do with sending animal control to capture kids?
Bizarre last-minute filing sparks a social media firestorm.
A bill wanting to get animal control involved for students who dress and act like animals. It's been the source of rumors for years, reports of kids identifying as cats, even wearing tails and grooming themselves in the classroom.
Hold on. Did he just say kids are dressing as animals in school and grooming themselves? That's right. You heard it correctly. If you go around and ask any kids that are in high school if they've seen anyone who's dressed as an animal, either it's wearing the ears, wearing a tail, or even putting up full makeup or even a mask, and they'll tell you that there are kids in their school that think they are animals. How do we let this happen? What is going on? This next clip I'm about to show you comes from a 2022 video on the channel Now This, so we don't know if it was posted before then, of a parent at a school board meeting talking about what a child has come to her and told her about furries being in schools.
It was addressed by a child a couple months ago that they are put in an environment where there are kids that identify as a furry, a cat or a dog, whatever. And so yesterday I heard that at least one of our schools in our town has in one of the unisex bathrooms, a litter box for the kids that identify as cats.
So first, let's take a look at what are furries. In an article posted July 24th, 2017 by Psychology Today, it is titled, "What's the Deal with Furries?" Put simply, furries are fans, in the same way that Star Trek fans are fans of Star Trek, and sports fans are fans of sports. Furries are fans of media that features anthropomorphic animals, that is, animals who walk, talk, and do otherwise human things. But a study completed in 2007 at a furry convention in the United States, attended by approximately 2,500 participants, surveyed was aimed at testing 4 elements of furry fandom. And what were their results? The researchers found that 46% of furries surveyed were distorted, identifying as less than 100% human and therefore may possibly represent a condition we have tentatively dubbed species identity disorder. But both of these reports are about adults, not kids. In an article posted by the National Library of Medicine, The Furry Phenomenon, Characterizing Sexual Orientation, Sexual Motivation, and Erotic Target Identity Inversions in Male Furries, states that in the abstract, furries with ETII would experience both sexual attraction and anthropomorphic animals and sexual arousal by fantasizing about being anthropomorphic animals, because they often change their appearance and behavior to become more like anthropomorphic animals. They surveyed 334 male furries recruited from the internet about their sexual orientation, sexual motivation, and sexual interests. A large majority of the sample reported non-heterosexual identities at 84%, and some degree of sexual motivation for being furries, 99%. Male furries also tended to report a pattern of sexual interests consistent with an ETII involving anthropomorphic animals. Both sexual attraction to anthropomorphic animals and sexual arousal by fantasizing about being anthropomorphic animals were nearly universal. Furthermore, male furries tended to be sexually aroused by fantasizing about being the same kinds of anthropomorphic animals to whom they were sexually attracted. With respect to gender and species, this sexual motivation and these unusual sexual interests do not justify discrimination or stigmatization. So as stated in this article, there is a connection between furries and the sexual attraction to anthropomorphic animals and sexual arousal by fantasizing about being anthropomorphic animals. Why is this allowed in public schools? Here's a story from 2022 where a teacher didn't meow back to a child. I get to the 3rd row and I hear him meow. Excuse me? You have to meow back at him. He identifies as a cat. Are you kidding me? The school then reaches out to the substitute teacher. We are no longer in need of your services if you can't identify with all the children in the classroom. This may be one of the many issues of why this is being allowed in a lot of schools. Teachers are afraid of being terminated of their positions if they don't play along with these children's identities. So here's the bill that Representative Humphrey has presented to the state of Oklahoma. Students who purport to be an imaginary animal or animal species or engage in anthropomorphic behavior, commonly referred to as furries at school, shall not be allowed to participate in school curriculum or activities. The parent or guardian of a student in violation of this section shall pick the student up from school, or animal control services shall be contacted to remove the student. This act shall become effective November 1st, 2024. When Representative Humphrey was questioned about the validity of calling animal control, this is what he had to say.
It's a valid point. Why it is done in a kind of sarcastic manner, it does bring validity to how insane this is.
So it seems as though that Representative Humphrey threw in calling animal control to kind of show how crazy this all is. What do you think? Leave a comment down below of your opinion, and where does this end at some point, if it ever does end, or does it get worse? If you enjoyed this video, please like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.